Olje is the moon. Johana-A is the sun. Son is the stars. Shemana Hassan is Mother Earth.
Johana-A does. It's dying. Johana-A, the sun is dying. That's what we say.
My name is John Spinelli, and Navajo Nation. I learned traditional way when I was young. My father, my grandfather, my uncle, my mother, they are a medicine person. So I raised up with what they carry on this world. So I still carry on today. I share with other people.
Yat-e she'e Janita Benali Yanishya. My name is Janita Benali, and Jones Benali is my father, and I have apprenticed and studied our traditional medicine my entire life from him. I've learned a lot about our medicines and our ceremonial and spiritual ways as Diné people. We've had thousands and thousands and thousands of years to study what's happening in the sky and to develop an understanding through our culture in order to teach and carry on these traditional ways. When the sun and the moon have an eclipse, then you have reverence. You have reverence for that very important time. And it's not our time as human people, it's the time of our universe. We do not look at the eclipse. We do not eat during that time. We do not drink during that time. We don't ingest anything because the quality of the air at that time has changed. And it's that quality of the air and that pull that has changed, and that's what affects our body. And so during that time, there is a particular protocol.
I am the teacher assistant for Alchinibalan grades pre-K to kindergarten, and I also teach Diné language and culture for upper grades. As teachers, we just want our students to be safe, understand what happens, during the eclipse, to be respectful.
Depending on how traditional it is for them or their parents, I think they should practice that. I know a lot of parents don't see these things. They're young parents now, so they don't really participate in anything that's happening. But it's good for the kids to know, and it's good for the parents to know also. I only experienced one when I was younger, when my sisters and I were younger.
And the one I experienced is the one in the evening.
One of the things that we're not allowed to do is to drink or eat or even run around outside.
We would just be quiet, just sit, and my dad would sing.
So they would start singing. They will chant until the sun becomes full again.
The sun would come up kind of reddish, and then it would disappear.
My mother was in the house cooking when all of this started to happen, and she was not quick enough. She was supposed to feed us before.
We normally have supper, but my dad and my mother, they would say there would be no supper, and you can't sleep,
So we were in the Hogan, and my grandfather and my father, they were singing, and we weren't allowed to go outside, so we were in the Hogan, and I wanted to see what it was like. So, and I'm looking around, and all of a sudden I saw water, a bucket of water sitting on the side, and I said, okay, let's give that a try. So I pulled the bucket of water where the sunlight hit the ground, And so we're looking out through the chimney and pulled the water right underneath there where the light was hitting. And then after the water settled, we saw what was actually happening.
He would continue singing until it fully recovers. And at that time, when that happens, we will finally have our meal.
So I asked my grandfather, why not? And then he said, well, it burns a piece of your mind, he says.
And everybody says, yeah, that it's a scary time. And it is a scary time. It's a dangerous time because it can affect you so deeply. It can affect somebody on an emotional level, on a mental level, and a physical level, creating all kinds of disharmonies within one's system.
If my mom was in the Hogan, we would have never done this.
And so there's this deep scientific indigenous understanding that this is not a time to be out watching the eclipse, but rather this is a time to be inside, to be with your family, to talk with each other, to spend time with each other.
I think I will respect it, just not watch it or just behave myself.
Years later, my sister says, "Oh, because of you, I think I got my brain burned." So, yeah, we tease each other because of that. That was the first time I ever actually saw what an eclipse was like, but we were kids then, so.
I wish I would have asked more questions regarding the Navajo culture.
Eclipse is very dangerous. We're affected by that. Every one of us, all human people, all of the world like that, even the animals.
There are, of course, many ceremonies to kind of fix, repair.
Even to make a sandpit and for release and to people's body.
Yeah, you have to release that illness.
Only medicine men can do that.
Ilahi jige sai he walo se ekwa kiske na da iga he. Long ago lived a giant frog that swallowed the sun. Jiwin jige sai edu da akino he sai he akano he da. Grandpa told me this story when I was young. Walo se ekwa uyo siski. A giant hungry frog exists. Walo se no ekwa. Yudale no kaninu goge. Sometimes the giant frog would come out and swallow the sun. Yinustan ulogala yusti ale ulsini dana yusti nagastiskan the iga yajigisi. When that happened, it seemed it got real cloudy or even looked like it was getting dark when the sun got swallowed. Ale yudali nasku nada usa and sometimes the frog swallows the moon. Anidawe juntahisti anine liske walos ekwa. The wise old men hate the giant frog. Nahiyu no aski nedagalistanisa yuna de la hosi. Anidawe juntahisti galogudanista yohi ale huli tani no hialistiska. Whenever the wise old men would find out it would happen, they would shoot guns and beat a drum. Alayigi, daksi, diganjet, tanin zehai, ale anigeha, undastai tokti talugiski, tanino hialistiska, aniskastane na ekwa molosi, nahayu nada iga yajigisi, or rattle turtle shell rattlers. And the women would bang pots and pans together, scaring the giant frog that swallowed up the sun. No skin no, no go, ye li, I gahi, I gawalistoti, agesai. So the sun would shine again.
I sit as one of the 4 old men of the Rapo tribe, of the Northern Rapo tribe. I keep like a safeguard on our sacred ceremonies. In fact, the eclipse itself is a very unique event. As a young boy, when I was growing up, my Uncle Robert Sunroads, where I learned a lot of my traditional teachings from him. He sat me down and he said, there's going to be an event that's going to come about, an eclipse. We as Arapos, we need to learn about the plants, the animals, the sky, the stars, the sun, and the moon. When the eclipse happens is when the moon and the sun change position. When we learn about these things, it kind of brings forth what the future will bring for our people. The sun and the moon are really sacred to us because the sun, which I call grandfather, he lights up the earth that we live on. He brings to life all the grasses, all the trees, every living being that walks this face of this earth. He wakes up our water that flows in our rivers. And the moon makes it so that there's a balance there. That's what the moon does. The moon gives us, shows us if we're going to have a cold winter or short winter, and that's what the moon does for us. It said if the sun wasn't right in a certain way, Rapo warriors would go out and shoot their arrows because the sun and the moon would exchange places, okay? If it didn't happen a certain way, then it would bring sickness to the tribe. You know, I know a lot of Indian tribes look at it from different aspects of how the eclipse affects them, but Rapos, they look at it as not a bad time.